Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Aurogiri. How is everybody doing this weekend? We have ourselves a new login screen here with Izuna down from Jubei, but don't be fooled, Jubei hasn't gone anywhere. Jubei event is still here, Aosame is still here, so now we have a total of, I'm going to say 4.5 events going on simultaneously until the end of March, so happy March, everybody. So that's pretty cool. So we're going to get into that momentarily. I'm just going to pull up the stream on my tablet because that works the best. There we go. Is this thing on? It is on, thank goodness. Let's see if we have any audio quality or not. Is this thing on? Yep, we do. Perfect. So I have the chat in front of me on the tablet because the PlayStation does not keep it. Got my new PlayStation controller in my hand. Very happy. We have 9 people here. Welcome, welcome. Hello, everybody. Welcome to an episode of Aurogiri. And let's log in. Before you play this event, actually, I'm going to make it a little touch here. Chocolates are back, and chocolates mean crashing. So first thing I want to say is you can go into your settings, and you can turn down settings so that you don't crash as often. You might not see everything right away, but it does help to keep you in the game. So just like putting this forward, sometimes render distance, you can put that down. I tried to put it down and my thing magically started magnet locking it back to 10, so I couldn't change it. But you can lower your render distance, you can lower effect display range, you can turn off shadows, accessory effects, these bloom effects. Stalls won't really matter for it. Player characters is up to you. You can set it to 5 or 10, but it's nice seeing people because then you know where the monsters are, etc. But there's a whole bunch of settings here that you can lower to maximize your experience in the chocolates, because the crashing part sucks when you're about to kill a white and then it's just like, oh no. And then everyone else just keeps spamming their attacks and they win. Hello, hello. Hello, Meow Me. Waving, waving. So yeah, these settings are there. Lower them if you're having a hard time staying logged in, especially if you're on PS4 players. If you're on PS4, because you need all the help you can get. Because we've all been there before. That was, you'd get 3 crashes per boss, because your DPS would be damage per crash. I don't know what it's like now, but PS5, thank God. So we have a whole slew of things here. There's actually a lot of outfits added, a lot of... these have been added over time. I've gotten quite a few of them. But there's a whole bunch here in the information tab. So let's scroll back up there. And let's go see what's actually going on here. So we have the Valentine Young Koropan. So it looks like we have a bunch of Valentine accessories. We see Valentine Shikibu here. I think that's new. I haven't looked at that. I don't recall that existing. We also see Valentine's Kotaro. We see Valentine's Kentoki, Valentine's Komachi, and I think that's Valentine's Gawain on the right. The blonde hair, a bunch of gifts behind them. Then we have the Extraordinary Miko Izuna Five Tails. Now, the Izuna event is an interesting one to come back because lore-wise, it's the precursor to the Seimei event because she comes from the future. Spoilers. But she also does come with the paired flash skill, which is really, 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 really powerful. It's a really good move. Probably one of the best win moves in the game. It's like having a Sublime and a regular skill. And for everyone who just played the Saizo event, you know what that's like. So her skill, Paired Flash, is really good. I only got maybe 3 copies last time it came around, but this time I plan to get all 10 of them, for sure. Assuming there's 10. There could be 7. I don't know. They do come in rank 7, 5, and 6, so we'll see that when we get there. That'll be the military idol outfit changes, and they are actually nice. This Hoa one is actually really nice. It's a nice burgundy color with the gold. I'm actually surprised to see a Hoa outfit because Hoa gets reran once a year, if that. And I think that's due to the survey, because in the survey they asked what characters we like, and we liked all the characters, 25 of them, and Hoa was among them, even though she's not combat meta, if you want to call it that. She's not as strong as what we currently use, but we still like her. So it's good to see that they're putting outfits for the characters we like. And it'd be great if these outfits came with buffs and stuff. That'd be great. That'd be awesome. So we have the Valentine's outfits added as well. Special packs on sale in the Shopping Plaza. So that all correlates to what we're already talking about. These ones are going to be That is, what's her name? I was going to call her Ita Token, and that doesn't even make sense. But she is Honda's boss. I can't recall her name right now. But she rides Zuchan, the big whale. I can't think of her name at all. Anyway, she gets an outfit pack. We'll see the name in probably a minute. There's also these ones here for the gargoyles that do come with voice changes. So there's 3 for the gargoyles, 1 for Satan, and they give them a maid outfit, and it does change their voice lines, which is pretty nice. I think the more voice line stuff, the better. Even though it's like in a language most of us can't comprehend, we still appreciate it. And then there's the event with Izuna, the distant possibilities to come, the future event retold. And then we have the Onigashima Valentine Party event begins. I think that's the Gala Valentine's part of it. So we have Valentine's and we have Izuna. And we have gifts from Valentine's Quest. I don't know what this is. I actually do not know what it is. Get gifts. I think it's just doing the Valentine's Quest will give you gifts from the characters you give Valentine's to. I think that's what that is. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. Then we have a Valentine's login calendar. So this login calendar, I believe, gives you like 5 OC. Because I have 5 OC, and I'm like, where did that come from? I had like an even number for like 2 months. And we also have a purchase OC campaign there. So there's like a lot of elements to this. I didn't really, the first time this popped up when I logged in yesterday, I didn't really take it to heart, but there's a lot. Like, how many is there? How many bullet points? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's a lot. Okay, so here we are in downtown Onigashima. Things are looking good. All the stalls are back up after maintenance. That's good to see. I think I did my daily for today. So let's see here. Okay, so one thing you'll notice is last time I didn't really get to do like a normal update kind of stream because we went through so much drama with all the game not saving and the compensation not being good enough. And if you paid attention to any of that, you know what's going on. Anyway, so they are doing more for compensation. They said they are trying to give out OC. They're going to try and replace more of our reward items. They said they can't do anything for drops because they're not saved in the logs. They don't know. But I guess they can know what dungeons you ran. They just don't know what you got. So if you've noticed in your account tab, you do have presents, which is, I can't read them because it's all Japanese. I'm pretty sure it says we're sorry for the fuck up 2 weeks ago on the 14th of February, because you can see the date here, February 15th. And here's a bunch of presents that we lost because of the things rolling back, so to speak, not saving. So I did a bunch of Alsame, and here's all my treasures that I lost. Because I remember I got the Oogie, and then I got the Baby Mag, and I got the Middle Mag. And I like don't have them now. So then giving back the treasures helps me out. But it doesn't give me any of the amethysts I farmed or any of the actual purr drops, but it does give me all the rewards. So that's 3,000 runs worth of, or 3,000 treasures worth of runs that I have here in compensation. So a bunch of bones and recipes and jewels. 53 jewels is nice. I like seeing that, because those are used for a lot of things. So that's all my Ausame stuff, because I think that's the only thing I ran. So that's all I'm entitled to. And then down here, I didn't roll any money either. I didn't roll any for Nyankoropon stuff, so I don't know how that battle's going. But they are doing stuff for that. This is, I think, a general compensation for everybody. It doesn't matter what you ran or not. They're just giving it out. To my knowledge, you can only receive this once per character. So if you played a whole bunch of characters, lost a whole bunch of stuff in different characters, you can only claim this stuff on one character. So make sure it's on the one you use primarily, or the one you want them on. You know. But if you get it on one character, don't try to get it on another, because it won't happen. So what's in here is 300 OC. I'm going to assume it's free. It can't be paid, because every time they give out paid OC, it does not end well. It never does. So then we have 10 full restores. We have 10 all boosts. We have 2 button A's, 2 band-aid A's. I think these should have been B's. I don't want to be greedy, but I think these could have been B's. There's no reason they had to be A's. Just putting that out there. I'm just looking, I'm like, A's? Really? You had a choice and you picked A? Anyway, so we got some 2 durability tickets and 10 Compay-2s. The main draw here is you get 300 OC and you get 10 full restores, which is the equivalent of 600 OC worth of restores. So $60 worth. That's a good value. That's a whole video game. And then you have 10 boosts. Boosts go down. Drop boosts are like, what, 29 OC? So $3 a piece. So there's another $30 worth of items if you want to look at it monetarily. And then buttons cost what they cost, I think 90 OC maybe. Band-Aids are definitely 90 OC. Buttons are probably 40. So altogether, it's probably worth about 80, 90, 80, $100 worth of stuff if you want to break it down. And then you have down here, this is just PlayStation Plus for March. And then, I don't know what this is. This is for an energy restore for yesterday. Did something happen yesterday? 228. I can't read it. It's all Japanese. I didn't see this one here yesterday. I don't know what this is. Full restore for yesterday. What happened yesterday? I mean, maybe maintenance ran long? I don't know. I don't know if maintenance ran long or not. It might have. But there's an extra full restore in here. So with PlayStation Plus, that's another 4 restores. So 14 restores, can't complain about that. So there's our compensation, a general compensation, and then there is all my rewards for that day. And I have no way to get confirm or deny if it's all my rewards or not, but it probably sounds right to me. So let me claim that. I actually had room for it. That's amazing. It was a long maintenance? Okay, thanks. Hey, G-Botch, how you doing? I wasn't aware. I was sleeping. I was sleeping when it happened. So the events are extended, like I mentioned. So Rokudo here, the Purgatorium Exchange Rokudo, I can't buy anything. My inventory must be full because I can't buy anything. So I did buy this Oogie before, and now I can't, or I didn't have it. So I'm gonna re-get the Oogie. So but my inventory is full, so I can't play with him. But he is still here. So I think Aosame is here. I'm not sure the duration of Aosame. I have to double check that one. Because Aosame could be here for 2 more weeks. Aosame could be here to the end of March. That I'm not sure. Because chances are they're going to roll out a second purg. Or like the purg for this event during March. Like, I think it's safe to assume they're going to do that. And I don't think we've ever had like 2 unassociated purgs at the same time. So you're saying 14 days? Makes sense. So it's here for 14 more days. And then when Aosame leaves, a new one will come. Because the only time we've ever had like joint purgs is when it's all 3 gargoyles or all 3 dragon arcs at the same time, and the shop is made to reflect all 3 of them existing at the same time. But if they, like, let's say it was like Aosame, and then it's like Dullahan, and then it's like this is weird. We have too many different recipes here. Like it would be really hard to navigate because it's only one NPC they delegate for that. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna try and make some room for stuff. Kutani Tea-Bada. Because I want to make sure I get that mag. Purgatorial Axe Titan. Look at all this stuff. Carrots? Can't deposit. Am I even sorting by recent? Probably not. Cat paw print. Okay. Really? I don't know if you said bees poison. Interesting. But to say, I can't have iron sand? Are you serious? Dried tongue. Look at those life sigils. On the left. Oh, yeah, the 816 life sigils. Yeah, it happens. For sure. Okay, that's 51. Oh, okay, Yokai Sucrose. Alright, put that away. Cool. Alright, that's not bad. So now I can go get that stuff. Okay, what do we got here? So there, things are lit up. I don't think they reset the exchange shop either, but I didn't buy anything from it, so I can't tell. But I don't think they did. Someone would have said something. So I can buy the baby mag, and I can buy the bolt. And I need the bolt. So that should do me for that. I don't think I can get the roar. I'd have to like farm it a lot to get a roar, but I don't think I need a roar. You only need one roar for the Big Mag. Okay, he's walking really funny. Is that because my settings are low? He's like doing it like a 3-step reset. I was like, do 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 do. Okay. So that event got extended, and the what is her name? I'm losing names today. The Jubei event is also extended, so we can still go to Mount Cohen and Cloudless Hills via this crystal in the event. Hey, Davey, what's up? What's new in the update? They added chocolates, and they added the Izuna event, and they extended the previous events. Hey, Christian, how you doing? Have I crafted any moon weapons? I have not. Hey, Geico Soldier, what's up? Any tips for a returning player? You got back like 2 weeks ago. It's been a few years. Welcome back, sir. Welcome back, Soldier. It's good to have you. The biggest tip I can give you is play your events. Like, just straight up, like, play this event I'm at right now. Mount Cohen, go in the crystal, play this event as best you can, and get the Greed Mag recipe. That will really, really, really help you. And this recipe's only come around twice so far, because it's a newer thing. Exactly, do the Jubei event. It's exactly. Like, right now, the best things you could do is literally play both these events. Play the Jubei event, and which is where I'm at right now. Eyasu, that's her name. Eyasu, my god. Play the Jubei event, and play the Izuna event. Because the Izuna event is going to have paired flash on it, which, for a returning player, is going to, like, astronomically power creep your builds in a way. Because paired flash is like having a sublime on your weapons. It's like 5 hits, and they can, if you're built right with wind, it can do like cap 5 times, which is a huge powerhouse, and it has a really low cooldown. If you put 2 of them on a weapon, you can bounce between them, bam, 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 and everything dies. It's a very, very, very good move. And the Greed Mag, while not compatible with paired flash, so to speak, is a very, very powerful mag that people use very, very often. So yeah, the Jubei event is still here. We can talk to Jubei for the exchange shop. I never actually went through the exchange shop with you guys, so I'm going to go through with it really quickly, especially because he needs to know what to do. So there's 5 SP gacha tickets in here. I think they cost like 100 drops each. You can get them over time. They're usable. Hopefully you get something great from them. The most important thing here is this Ragaraja Magatama and the Ragaraja Magatama Greed. There's no special super drop for this event. You literally just farm the drops. I believe this event might be here for 14 days or till the end of March. I'm not 100% sure about that. It might not coincide perfectly with Ausame, but for its duration, I do recommend doing this event first, and then once you've cleared that out, move on to the subsequent event. So make sure you get Ragaraja Magatama and Ragaraja Magatama Greed. They're very, very, very good recipes. Whether you can make them now or not, you still need to get these on your account so that you have them for when you are able to try and craft them. So this is also here to the 14th? Okay, perfect. So yeah, do this event first. So we've got a 2-week extension on both. Thank you very much. Then you have Energy Restore 10s and you have Energy Store LTDs. Very good. Grab those. Drop Boost, grab them if you need them. They're going to be here probably until the end of March, because they're not going to know what LTDs came from which event. 300% is very powerful, especially if you're going to use these for chocolates. The drop boosts actually don't really do anything for the events because they're all reward based, but this is very good for the chocolate event that's going on right now. So make sure you grab this stuff. It's very good. We have soul eggs, prayer crystals. We don't have any transcendent ornamentation items, but we do have godlies for both ornamenting and smelting. Very useful. You have 3 button A's, 3 band-aid A's. Ornamentation reroll items, very, very good. I always recommend grabbing these items. We have repair fairies. We have mag powders, very good if you make a new mag. Like a greed mag doesn't come out really high grade, you can pump that grade up. It's very good. What is this? I bought it. This is skill glue. Skill glue is a new addition to the game. You would not know what this is, Soldier. So skill glue is a new quality of life item they've added to the game, which basically makes it so that when you're putting on a skill card, you can use the glue to basically choose the slot the skill is going to go in. It's not going to be random. You use, like, let's say you have a weapon with, like, Lance of Flames 5, Lance of Flames 6, and Lance of Flames 7. Let's say you have this weapon, okay? And you want to put on a new Sizo skill. Let's say you want to put on Sizo 7, but you don't want it to eat your Lance of Flames 7. You don't want it to eat your Lance of Flames 6. You want it to eat the Lance of Flames 5. You would use the glue, and you would put it over 5, and it will go right over it, and that's where it will go. Yes, it's very confusing. Exactly. I remember you had a bad experience with glue, but because in the past, and this makes sense. In the past, I always asked for an item to protect a slot. I didn't think they'd literally give us a direct skill to slot. I thought they'd be too greedy for that. So I always thought, well, maybe we can put a protection on our skills so that it makes sure that this one skill doesn't get erased and it goes over one of the other two. That's a cyberset move I thought they were going to do. So the glue would be like, oh, okay, this protects my slot. It's like, no, this is literally a magnet. Boom. What's up, Megafish? It feels so dang good to finally fight the chocolate monsters and not have the game crash. Takes 5 skills to beat them. Or take 5 skills to beat them. Or maybe no Ono Komachi event, but these chocolates are durable? You mean durable? Durable? I'm glad you're crashing less, that's for sure. And like I said at the beginning of the stream, lower your settings if you're experiencing crashes. It really, really helps. And, like, try to turn off all chat. But I mean, if you turn off all chat, you won't see people's callouts. But it is what it is. If you see numbers, go there. check your spawns. Oh, gold Darumas. Yes, yeah, they are. They're absolutely worth a lot. They are. They're like big pinatas, basically. Absolutely. Yeah. So skill glue, really good. I recommend getting it every time. I have 6, but even if you don't get them in the event, you can buy them in the shopping plaza, which is a nice caveat. I mean, they did give us 300 OC. You could buy some skill glue if you want to max out your weapons, put some Sizo skill somewhere, put some paired flash where it needs to go. You know what I mean? I mean, when I put paired flash on my Gakaho, I ran the risk of it taking like my Whirlwind Thrust 7 or my Stone Spire Barrier 7. But it took Stone Spire Barrier 6, and I was happy. I was happy about that. I got lucky, but not always. So also in here we have the Articles of Awakening Scrap. If you played 2 years ago, you should know what these are, but they are very invaluable. Every 15 gets you an extra copy of any Vanguard you own, so long as you already own them. I just used 15 on my 4th size O-Scroll last event. These are very, very good. So I'm at 1 out of 15 right now. So that's really cool. You can get these by doing your monthly challenge every month. If you played 2 years ago, you might not know. Now we have daily challenges. So every day you need to do 1 dungeon, identify 1 weapon, buy something from Roku, and you're good. And then the game will give you 10 OC. And the game will give you cudgels and I don't think it's soul eggs. They give you a bunch of stuff. The main thing is you get 10 OC, and if you log in every single day, 25 days a month, and you identify, I think, 50 weapons and repair 40 weapons and drink 30 alcohol, you do these things every month, and you should do them every month. You will be given a Radiant box, and the Radiant box has a chance of containing 1 of 3 Vanguard, Mount, or Assist scraps, 300 OC, I think it's 300 OC. It's either 300 or 100, or 10 gacha tickets. So there's really good prizes to get in there for sure, and it really helps if you get every scrap counts. Absolutely. So I actually just got mine. I haven't opened it yet for last month, but I know a lot of this I don't know because this was a point of contention in the last event. So some people, because of the interruptions with logging in and just February being a short month, so the occasional missed login really mattered. There's only 28 days in February. So to get the 25 logins, and we lost like 3 days, you had to have not missed a day. And not only that, but there was a Saturday where PSN was just down. So if you didn't log in before it went down, you were kind of like in a tough spot. Cyberstep says they were going to award the monthly box anyway for February. This, I have no way of confirming whether it happened or not, so it's going to have to come from one of you guys that is in that boat that happened to. So I don't know if that's here now or not, but that's something I'll need to confirm from other people. So what's your question? The Lucid Moon Odachi with the Punishment Cross, is it worth it? So Lucid Moon, is Lucid Moon like the Ichigo looking sword with like the pink edge to it and it's all cybery? Is it that one or is it the moon weapons? Because I get them confused, because when you say moon, I'm going to think, is this the moon bow, or is it that Odachi? Like, as you said Odachi, I'm assuming it's just that Odachi. The one you can get, the Cielo, I think it's called. The Cielo weapon. The pink one? Okay. Is it worth it? So, I mean, if you're gonna build the Odachi, like if you're gonna build Odachi, and you're going to, like if you're an Odachi player, yeah, it's worth it. But if you're just building it as a standalone, I don't know. Because now let's take into perspective that, let's say your weapon type is negative slice across the board, right? So me as a spear user and people as a bow user, our mags are like all negative slice now, instead of being like what they used to be, plus slice and like negative whatever. But then they changed it, so now all their weapons are plus pierce and negative slice, and some people's weapons are plus pierce, negative impact, so on, so on, so on. So the Saizo skills are fire and slice. And I think the Moon Odachi has like a shit ton of slice. So if it's something outside your class and you're willing to play it, and that weapon has like a shit ton of slice, it could be a good option to use for that weapon. So you're a bow main otaku, and you built an Odachi Moonbow for Punishment Cross. Is 50%. Cross is 55-50 slice, so it's even less than I thought. It's even worse. It's not 70-30, it's a 50-50 distribution. So it actually is a big impact. 70-30 is not the end of the world, but 50-50 kind of is. 50-50 is a big fucking deal. You can't just stack fire because you're only using it for half of it. The slice matters too. So in that regard, because Botch and I are spear users, we're in the same boat, bow users in the same boat, we have negative pierce on like all of our stuff unless we're using universal mags. But even then, our weapons themselves have negative pierce for the most part. So if you feel like you're wasting Punishment Cross on your native class weapons, right? You feel like you're throwing by putting them on there. They might be stronger than your alternative. Like on Odachi, it's probably better than Blazing Swing. On Axe, it's probably better than Blazing Swing. On Spear, is it better than Lance of Flames? Maybe, it depends. You can spam the shit out of Lance of Flames, but you can also spam that too. But is it going to be stronger? Probably, but not as strong as it could be. Like, is it going to be doing all caps, or is it going to be doing like 7, 5, 6 mils? That I don't know. I haven't actually put it on anything yet. I was planning on converting one of my 10 shows to it, but then the point arises of pierce versus slice, etc., etc. So it's a really good question. It's a really good point to bring up. Now, let's say you're in that boat and it's like, well, this is a viable weapon that I could build because most bow users, most spear users have an investment in power. They can use every weapon. They can pretty much have decks. They can use bow, twin, sword, axe, Odachi. They can use like all 5 of them except for like spear, wand, and staff. You have access to all these weapons so long as you have accessories that support them. And there are accessories that are like bow Odachi. There are some that are like multiple weapon classes. So that Odachi being very, very powerful and it being a free-to-play option, like it's not a perk thing, it is a pretty good option. Because you don't have to like really money sink into it. It's just time sink. So the Lucid Moon Odachi for it is probably really good. I do know that the Moonbow weapons, the new ones that came out with the Benkei event, the Moonbow weapons have the ability to do more damage. Mostly it does 2 to 3 mil on Odachi with Benkei. I only have one size of accessory. Oh, okay. So the point I'm getting at is I know that people are making the Moonbow weapons. I haven't made one yet myself. But the Moonbow weapons, I believe, have the ability to do more damage to metal-type monsters, the new monster type added with Benkei, that kind of resists everything we have, more or less. But they have the ability to, like, penetrate metal. It's kind of like Dragon Quest, where, like, if you use Metal Slash, you can hit metal slimes. So it does have that advantage. And I know people are making Moonbow weapons and just throwing on the 3 Saizo skills on it, because then they have a weapon that really cleaves and cuts Benkei into butter, because you're cutting him with his own element, right? You're using what's super effective on him and putting one of the strongest skills known to game on it. So I do know that is an option. People are doing that. Now, at the same point, like, is that bow negative slice? Is that spear negative slice? I don't know. Now, I could imagine maybe building the Odachi for it, or even the Axe, because they're not negative slice. And I don't know if their power levels vary. I mention Axe because Axe tends to be the strongest weapon base-wise. So, like, the concept of Odachi, I get that because of the Moonbow Lucid Odachi. Like, I get that. That's a standalone weapon. You can make it. It's kind of free. It's accessible. It could be very, very strong. So PC players are making several Moonbow weapons. Yep. The base attack is so high, almost any element works, even on non-machine enemies. Yeah, exactly. But the thing about the Moonbow weapons is you have to beat Benkei before you get them, right? Like, there's like a catch-22 there. Like, you have to be able to get it before you can get it, and then you use it, and then it just makes doing more of it easier. So, I mean, so here's the other question: like, how many Saizo skills does a person have? If you have 10 of each, do it. Yeah, you could make the Moon Lucid Odachi, put that on there if you feel it's going to be better than what you're using, and especially if you have, let's put this into perspective, if you have access to Redux or Greed, it doesn't really matter what weapon type you're holding because it's universal skill force, right? So there's no real detriment to it apart from the discrepancy of affinity on your accessory. That's it. That would be the only like detriment to using a weapon outside your class, but that's also assuming you don't have accessories to support it. But that's not always the case. Bow has some funky ones that are like mixed. I think Ho-Oh accessory is bow, Odachi, and sword. I think, or twin sword. It's twin sword. So the Ho-Oh accessories do have coverage on that if you have access to those as a bow player. And I think the Akane accessories, if you had them, are like different. I think they're Odachi and spear. How do I get to this event? By talking to Izuna and Onigashima, it says I have to complete Izuna's friends. So that probably means you have to do a quest in Kyoto where you like take Izuna and you meet all her friends in Kyoto. Basically, you take Izuna to all these different places in Kyoto, and she talks. You have to take her to like the boss of every dungeon, and she makes friends with those dungeons, and that's how like the Izuna partner comes to be. So basically, that's the prerequisite to the event because that event is made on the precursor of you doing this in the past. So just do her quest, and then you'll have access to the event. It shouldn't take too long. Hey, Hark, how you doing? So, yeah. What greed build would you recommend? I was thinking 1 chocolate, 2 greed, and 1 service mastery. So the greed mags, they have an effect, right, where you do bonus damage or you get extra attack when your fire and dark is like 220 or more. Is that right? I have it right in front of me here. It gives you 130 skill force all the time. If your HP is 80% or more, so high HP, 6% skill, or 6 plus skill force, 15%. So 45% skill force. If your HP is 50% or more, you get 3,000 attack. That's really good. If fire element is 220 or more, you get 10% attack. If your dark element is 220 or more, you get another 5% attack. So it's 5% more attack than a Redux. Then it gives you 20% to both defenses. If under remaining HP, so if you drop under half, your HP recovery increases. Nice. 10% backstrike. That's really good. 40 fire. 40 fire is kind of low. I didn't know it was only 40. But I mean, it's the same as a Redux, but whatever. 40 fire, 30 dark, 20 crit force. If remaining HP is 80% or more, you get 5 crit. 20 cooldown is phenomenal. Phenomenal. 10% negative SP. That's fine. And then negative 60 rain, negative 40 holy. So no real big drawbacks on that. So let's say you had 2 greed mags, right? So 2 greed mags, you're looking at about just under 300. You're looking at 290 skill force base. Then you have your weapon probably giving you 100, so you're close to like 400. If you have 2 of them on, you have 80 fire. So you need to hit that 220 fire threshold. So let's assume your weapon has like 80 fire on it. So if you have 2 of them, you have 80 fire. Then you have another 80 fire from your weapon. Because I'm just assuming like a perk has about 80 fire on it, maybe 60. Other weapons have a lot of fire too. So let's drop that down to 60. So let's say, for example, so you have 80 fire plus 60. You're looking at 140 fire. You need to get fire from somewhere else. So if you could build like a triple fire Lychee or something, or if you get lucky with like fire in your lion skull, like a triple fire lion skull would be really good. But I mean, that's high rolling the hell out of here. But if you could have like a Lychee or something that you could try and get like heavenly shield on it, like triple fire. But the thing is, you have to get the fire and the dark. So now the dark isn't as important as hitting the fire threshold. And there also is accessories that give fire as well. And there's also Vanguard swapping, which will give you more fire, but you don't want to have to rely on the Vanguard to give you the bonuses. So you're suggesting 1 chocolate Lychee, 2 greeds, and a service mastery. So the service mastery, to my knowledge, joke right there, to my knowledge, does not have elemental elements to it, right? The service mastery Magatama is just like slice, pierce, and impact. Like, it's just, it gives you like a 10% attack bonus, it gives you skill force and stuff, but it doesn't actually have element on it. Like, you could do it if you could somehow meet the elemental threshold requirement to use the Greed Mag's 10% attack, which would be 20. I think triple Greed could probably be better because it is fire and it's on brand and it does give you the 10% attack. So you would have like 30% attack. And if you did somehow manage to get the dark threshold as well, that'd be another 15%. So you're looking at like 45% attack, which is fucking bonkers. I don't know about the service arts. Like, I know it gives you attack bonus and it's pretty good, but I think it not having the corresponding element is kind of throwing a wrench in your design. I'd probably end up using like I believe what most people did was like they would use, like, let's say you had reduxes. Let's assume you had reduxes. They would have redux, 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 and then you'd go like greed, redux, redux, and then greed, greed, redux, and then finally greed, greed, greed. Abyssal depth Ornas? What is that? Abyssal depth Ornas. What is that? Abyssal depth. Like, I know there's crosswise, which can give you like 30 fire. Like, what is that? Abyssal depth. Is that a what is that? Is that a new one? I've never heard of it. Not by name. I need something I can ornament. I don't know what abyssal depth is. Ornamentation. Abyssal depth. It's a lot of dark and bow affinity? Really? Is it a high ornamentation? A low ornamentation? Abyssal? I've never heard of it. I can sort by name? Holy shit, I've never done that for him. I've never sorted ornamentations in my life. I see it here. Okay. Yeah, I see it, yeah. Abyssal depth. Is there a bow 2? No, okay, it's just the 1. Okay, I've never heard of this before. So it takes the frozen shadow crystals. Okay. So, if we look at this, 10 dark, 10 bow affinity, 10... This is 3 chakra. I'm not a big fan of this. Because it's 2 to 5 options. Now, remember when they made a change to the ornamentations where, like, you wouldn't get, like, I know for, like, Lion Skull, it used to be you had a chance of getting all the ornamentations, and then they changed the game to where you get, for paid, quote-unquote paid ornamentations, you would get, like, every option. You would always get 5 out of 5. I only see 2 out of 5 here. So, even if you do it, like, at most, like, let's say you got everything. And it's static. There's no range to it. I think that's what you're getting at. It's a static ornamentation. So you would get 20, let's say you got all 5, you would get 20 dark, and you would get 15 bow affinity. I feel like the affinity isn't that important. And it being 3 chakra, like, I think you're better off taking a burner mag and just rolling Heavenly Shield until you get like 20 plus dark, which will happen more often than not, and it doesn't take paid ornamentations, paid items, like special crystals, whatever you want to call them. I think it's very risky, and it's 3 chakra, whereas Heavenly Shield is 2, and you could still wind up with more dark, and I don't think the affinity is as important. Oh, you're thinking about it more? Okay, cool. Yeah, I never even knew that existed. It's cool. Abyssal depth, I've never even seen it. Okay, so let's continue on. I love the questions, guys. I really do. I love the engagement. I'm glad everyone's here, talking, engaging, asking questions, putting the thoughts out there. Hey, Pat, you didn't exchange your drops? Well, you have time because the events are extended. Congratulations. Okay, so really quick. Hi, Mira. How you doing? Really quick here. I'm going to run through the exchange shop one last time because I didn't get through all of it, and I've never gone through it before. It's actually really good. So then we'll move on to the other events because this is old news for a lot of people, and we want to get to the new stuff, which I understand. So yeah, there's all your basic stuff up here: glue, mag powder, etc. The thunderstorm cloud stuff used for ornamentations, I guess. Bunch of stones if you need them. Cerulean gem, scarlet gem, myrtle gem, ivory, obsidian. Myrtle, scarlet, cerulean being the most important. The heavenly earthy marbles, those aren't worth nothing. You can get them whenever you want. Darkfin scapula, that saves you like 3 weeks of Darkfin, so that's really good to get. Fire Homunculus, not worth it. Seedling of Calamity, it's an energy dungeon, takes 50 energy a run. If you need them, get them. I bought this here, the Frozen Hellhorn, very good to get. There's 10 here, grab them if you can. Lively Bulb, a very annoying drop, grab them if you can. Ancient Jewel, very, very annoying drop. This is needed for something that I haven't farmed. I know people were wanting it really badly. Ancient Jewels, grab them. The only way to get them is from, like, the Moon Dungeon. Kaguya's home, I think? 3 weeks. Yeah, we have till the 14th for all this stuff, so it's pretty good. It's needed for service mastery? Oh, okay. Yeah, it's from Kaguya's home. Right on. Right on, right on. It's a reward. I thought it was a drop. That sucks. Yeah, they are worth getting, absolutely. The 10 ancient jewels, absolutely. So then we also have here Potent Venom. This is needed for a lot of things now. It's not the most insane of drops. You can go to Mine of Delusion for an hour and get a bunch of them. But it is still very helpful. It's needed for some of the new mags, and I think it's needed for meditation weapons or greeds or something. Potent Venom, very important. Purified Oil, very good to get. You could get it if you wanted to, but it's needed for a lot of stuff, and it's annoying. I've had this in bargains for like 6 years. Purified Oil is worth getting. Gyuki Horn, not worth getting if you're being conservative with your drops. Large Skull. Get this. This thing is annoying to get. Even if you can go to Lacus and spawn like 10 of these guys, it doesn't always happen. It's annoying. Grab the large skulls. It's used for a lot of stuff in game. This is the boss drop from the giant Kikotsu skeletons. Very important to get. Kibidongo. This is, I believe, the drop from... This is either Momotaro's like transformation drop, or this is something that's completely irrelevant. This one I can't remember, actually. What does the Submerging Shadow skill do? So Submerging Shadow is a skill that was added that it is from Momotaro. Okay, yeah, then it's really important to get because it's a boss drop and he's annoying to fight, so grab them. Submerging Shadow 0, it's basically... Cyberstep basically learned that some bosses you need invincibility frames to be able to fight. And if you do not have a Vanguard with invincibility frames or your Oogis or skills that have invincibility frames, you're kind of toast unless you can perfect block all the time. And some moves can't even be blocked. So Submerging Shadow is a move that does no damage and it gives you like a second and a half of invincibility. That's all it is. That's literally what it is. So if someone doesn't have like some of the newer Purg Ogis that have iframes on them, Submerging Shadow is very valuable. If you don't have Icicle Punishment, which has never been rerolled, which is spammed all high heaven, Submerging Shadow is useful. It's just a utility skill that gives you an iframe. It doesn't do damage. That's all it does. It gives you an invincibility frame. You know what else gives you an invincibility frame? On Wand, you can use like Evade Warp. So it's basically like a worse Evade Warp for everybody. That's what it is. Onigawara is a drop, I think, from the Rock Dudes. I don't think it's that important, to be honest. Embroidered cushions, if you're doing Faded Contractor, you know how much these matter. You can always go to Yakumo Temple, but God knows they're going to fall through the floor and you're not going to get them. Embroidered cushions, very good if you're doing Faded Contractor, want to get some crit on your build, HP percent and whatnot. Jiro Spider's Obi, like the Potent Venom, this is needed for a lot of things lately now. They've finally come around to Boob Spider and they're putting her in our recipes for everything. So grab this stuff. The best way to farm Kibidongo, AFK in field at night, your partner will get near max glass marbles and break down. Oh, your glass marbles can break down into... That's a great tip. Thank you. I was about to say, like, how is this going to happen? So glass marbles can break down into Kibidongo and pale colored... That's a really good tip. Those are all really good items you need. We don't need Kibidongo that much, but one day we will. But pale-colored thorns and scales, those are really annoying. So you can break down... So you're saying glass marble. So red glass marble, brown, black glass marble, blue glass marble, purple glass marble. All those things you usually get in like Izumo Field and Kikagahara. They break down into good stuff. That's something I always forget. I have probably 50 of them, if not 100, in my storage. And if you're someone farming greed, you know you're going to be getting a shit ton of glass marbles, vermilion, glass, ash, but mostly like red, blues, and all that stuff. I mean, if that's if they can be used to break down for good drops, that's pretty good. That's a good tip. And you can AFK farm it because now we have exactly Saizo. If somebody has Saizo and you just walk around with her, she'll just kill everything around you because she's your like Yandere guardian angel who will kill everything that comes within like a 20-meter radius of you. And we have the auto pickup, which has like an enormous range of activity. We did test it yesterday in the chocolates that you cannot be universally everywhere and get everything. You got the wiki edited to add a breakdown section. That's so good. That's so good. Because back in the day, when we had PS4 communities, we had made a community where basically if someone broke down a mag and it gave them a really good item, they would take a screenshot and we would put it in the community. And we used to have this big like encyclopedia that you could like scroll through and see where drops came from. It would say like, this mag broke down, it gave me this. And we would just post it. And it was a really, really good source of knowledge. But then PlayStation got rid of the communities and we kind of lost that. So that's a great addition to the wiki. It's absolutely something very warranted. I do know that someone had made a computer app as well, like a computer program that kind of showed what things broke into. This came out years and years ago, and it could show that kind of stuff. I remember like that's been a point that people have talked about before because we have like the Furion in-game page to show us kind of where mags come from, like what mobs we can farm to get them. But breakdown is always like it comes from memory, it comes from discussion, it comes from that. So if there's like an encyclopedia for that, that's fantastic. Thanks for putting that forward. That's a great boost to the game. That's great to know. Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, that's right. Even if you don't have Saizo, you can still use your assist characters if you have any of them. So we're talking like your assist characters. So if you have like Satan, Lucifer, any of the gargoyles, even Parvis, and you set them to attack mode, give them some skills, they can probably kill everything in a field. So you can use them as well. And I think everyone gets a Parvis for free if you do requests, so it's accessible. You just got to do it and farm raisins, which sucks. But yeah, that's really solid advice. Yeah, that's really cool. Really good to know. And even if you don't have an assist, you can take your PlayStation controller, you can take some tape, and you can hold down like L1, or you can basically customize your skills to make it like R2 if it's easier, and make your skills like R2 and hold them down with tape. And you could just have the game spamming like a move that has good AoE that doesn't move you. Like Icicle Punishment comes to mind. Not everyone has that. But pretty much any Oogie or any skill that has a wide range that can hit stuff, and you just keep killing stuff, you could do that too. I mean, or you could just hold the button while you watch Netflix. Up to you. Ancient Coin, we have this. I think it just drops from the Yagyo. It's not really worth much. Hebi Sakari, or Hebi Sacker. This drops from the Reapers. You can farm them in like... Every time you go to the Gargoyle dungeons, there's like 4. So you can get Hebi Sakura there. But that's an energy drop, and that's kind of on the way. It's kind of annoying to get because it's a boss drop. Yeah, you could do that too. Yeah, that's a good idea too. If you want to use that in excess, it's a good point because the Oni Dagger won't break. But honestly, your game's probably going to crash before your weapon breaks if it's like a 7k weapon. That's how I feel it's going to happen. But Hebi Sakura drops from the Reapers. It's kind of an annoying drop. You can get it if you want. I don't know how much it's needed for nowadays though, but there it is. We have the Weathered Idol. This is a boss drop. This drops from like the islands with the Daibakaze, the green statue. Very annoying. Grab it. And I'm probably wrong, and it drops from Burger King in Oshu. But Weathered Idol is annoying. It's a boss drop. Grab it. Poison Bottle. It's only from like Ginza Sewers with the purple archers. You might be able to get it in Tanegashima Hikigane Cave. I'm not sure, but it's annoying drop. Grab it. It's needed for stuff nowadays. Dry Tongue. This drops from the Shunobon. Very annoying. Grab it. Warding Peach. Not really important. You can get this really easily in like Suzaku Mansion. Gastric Acid is ass. Twilight Melancholy. It's worthless. So all these drops are worthless. The stuff I bought pretty much is what's really good, but there's also the Kibidango Purified Oil, Lively Bulb, Seedling, and Myrtle Gems. Beyond everything else here. The main thing here to get is the scrap in your greed recipes. But yeah. So that's this event. Very good, very solid exchange shop. No, it's nothing to complain about. Let's go on. Great insight though. Loving everything. Loving the conversation. Let's move on. Do not crash me. I've literally only gone to one location. Okay. Also, Ausame Purg is here. That's literally it. Okay, so we're going to go to the Gala grounds, which is the Valentine's grounds. So basically, if you've done Gala before or Valentine's before, there's a crystal here. It's green. Go into it. It takes you to the subsection of Onigashima, where all the partners are here. You can talk to them, and if you collect enough chocolates, you can take them on a little quest date. Sometimes they're broken, sometimes they're not. But a lot of the partners are here. We have all the Gargoyle Girls. We have Seimei. We have Aramin and Himiko. I don't think Saizo's here. I didn't see her. We have Ho-Oh and the horses. And then over here we have Kintoki, Ifrit, and Raiko. There's the phone. Minamoto no Yoritsumi? Something like that? Yorimitsu, that's her name. Okay. We have all the partners scattered around here. We got Izuna and Anmanajaku. We have Sanzo and Sasuke. Saizo should have been right here, like with them. Then we have Gawain, Lancelot, Tristan. I thought Leviathan was over here in the corner. Yeah, Leviathan's over here in the corner. And then we have Miyamoto, Kenshin, and Shingen. Kami. Then we have Oda in the maid outfit already. And then, is her name Kojiro? No, that's not Sasaki Kojiro. Oh my god, I'm losing it. I'm losing it. These characters have names. That's Hideyoshi. And that's Katsui. Oh my god. There's like, you know, there's like 65 Vanguards now. But I know all the Pokemon, so I should know this. Genbu and Ono no Kamachi. I don't think everyone's here. No, they're not. And Miyamoto's here. They used to have Kojiro like staring at her. Quick question or two. What weapon is that? And what weapon is that? And what is the fourth Ogi? Oh, okay. So this is the Lucifer Purg weapon. So its official name series would be the Revolt. So insert Lucifer name here. So L, Omen of Doom is the spear, then Revolt. This is the Lucifer Purg weapon. It's a 135 weapon. It is Holy and Lightning. And the fourth skill on it is the Sublimes that came out that are based off Lunar Spirit Hime Kaguya. And it's basically a spin gun attack that she has. When she like runs you over and like knocks you down. It hits like 10 times and hits everything all around you. It's like paired flash on crack. Like it's a holy paired flash basically. Hits twice as much. Very good. This weapon, I actually have a Revolt Staff as well. It also comes with this skill, Glittering Ashes. And normally this is on the weapon. And basically this is a buff that is only usable for the Revolt weapon. So it takes away all your health and it gives you this buff here. Which is the Seal of Holy, which grants the Seal of Holy effect. Which, as stated on the weapons, you can have it on multiple weapons, was an experiment I did, so I didn't have to run that on the spear, I ran it on the staff. And it activates the seal activation for it, so it gives you 20% attack, gives you 20 rear attack, and then a chance of... No, the seal is just 20% attack and 20 rear attack. Everything else is just part of the weapon. But I am able to use it on my staff, and then... Because my health goes low, I can first aid back up to full and get all the effects of the Omen of Doom Revolt, and then switch to it and have 2 DPS Ogis. It was a gamble, but it worked. I didn't know if you could do that, like seal activation on one weapon and then switch to the same weapon type, but different type, and have it work, but it does. So that's what I did with that. So this is the Gala area. You talked to all the party members, like I said, all the characters, and then Kinkame here has the exchange shop. So... You collect your chocolate sucrose, and you can get them traded here. So they also have this Yokai Sucrose 100 box, and basically what this is if you open the box, I think if you open this box, it just contains 1 Yokai powder and 1 Yokai butter. So what I think you can do is, because the main reason for chocolates events outside of getting everything in the exchange shop is you can save these chocolates in like your inventory and your 3 storages now and they're all worth like 10 Daruma points each. So you can basically stock up this whole event, especially with auto pickup and farming and parties and stuff. You stock up on so much chocolate that you will have enough Daruma points to like max out your Daruma every week for like the rest of the year. And if you like take all your chocolates and then convert them into these chocolates and then like turn them into this, they're worth more points. Like you could do a whole bunch of stuff with that. You can have like 20,000 of these 20,000 of them. It's really, really cool. So yeah. So what is this? This takes... Oh, that maxed out. I was so confused. I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. 100, yeah. Okay. So you have pure-hearted chocolate. This is an item you can eat. It gives you 500 HP. I think yeah, it's used for the Valentine's conversion quest and stuff. Yeah. So then we also have these apron exchanges in here. I've never been too big on them, but I do have two of them. The Sasaki Kojiro one and I have the Izuna one? Okay. Basically, they take 30 cacao powder and butter, and you can get this outfit for your characters. This is for Lil Musashi, and this one down here is for Amano Jaku. This one's for Izuna and Sasaki Kojiro. I think this is the regular one. This is not the swallow one, I don't think. Which is kind of a shame. Hopefully they could use both, but I think you have to buy the this falling swallow one. So we have my room options here. My room items. I'm gonna slow down. We have my room items here. We have the heart rug, pink, white, red, then a mini one that's pink, white, red. I think we can get a preview of them if we click on this 15 cacao powder, and it's a heart thing you can put in your room. That's pretty cool. Better than throwing 50 gacha tickets at it. So then we also have the Faithful Doggos, peach, black, and cream. These are here, like, every time. They're little head accessory. They take 20 powder and butter. And it's a little dog with a heart that sits on your head. It's really cool. You might have guessed this is all Valentine's stuff that we're, like, a month late to. We also have head candy. Candy head. Is this the weird star thing? Oh, no, this is Candy Head. Turns you into a Pac-Man. A Lindor chocolate. And those come in all these different shapes and sizes. Blue, green, yellow, purple, pink. Or Heart Head is pink. I have one of them. I have the Heart Head blue? Really? So that's your heart head that makes you look bald. So that comes in all shapes and sizes, colors. We have here a chocolate blessing and an accessory. This is a permanent accessory, I believe, that gives you 15% to your defenses, 20% HP, and 20 holy. Not the best thing in the world, but if you have nothing, it's great. Then we have the Bow of Cupid Manifestation Scroll. This is a skin. We also have what's the Scarlet Chocolate Blade? What is that? Is it just the one with the red ribbon on it? Yeah. So you can get like the skin to turn your Odachi into the giant creamsicle, popsicle. There's a blue one, a green one, a red one. And then they have the wand ones, which turn your wands into the heart skin. And they do say I love you on them. So they're pretty cool. Blueberry. So lots of cool skins here. I wish they had those dog accessories for the shoulder. Yeah, that's a good point. It'd be nice, eh? It'd be nice to have them for the shoulders too, because then you could have one on your head and two on your shoulders. You could be like Cerberus. You could be like the Love Cerberus. It'd be really cool. Absolutely. So then we have Faithful Shiba Dog. So they have other dog ones for your heads, different than the ones up here. So these are new ones, right? Yeah, there's peach, black, and cream. So there's 3 new dog heads. And I already had the old ones. I didn't know there were new ones. Then we also have the puppy dog paws, which I think are paws for your hands. Not an inventory, that's fine. I just want to look at it. Yeah, they are in my hands. You can't see them, but it's like this big, like, cat dog paw for your hands. So the most important thing here is the chocolate and lychee magatama. I bought mine for this event already. It comes back every year. And the lychee mag is very, very good. It's very universally well agreed upon magatama. It gives you bonus damage in the event, but it's also like a 10 chakra mag with 3 ornamentation slots. So it's very, very, very powerful. You could triple Lion Skull that. You could triple Fate of that. You could do triple anything you want to it. You could do triple Element. You could do Heavenly Shield and get like 60 element on it. You could do whatever you want with lychees. They're so universal, so well accepted. They give you affinity. They give you 3 ornamentation slots. They're very, very good. Very good 4th mag for a lot of builds. Like, let's say we're talking about the greeds earlier. You could have a triple fire one and try and, you know, make that work for you. Triple dark if you need it. Although a new moon would probably be better to have double dark on it. That's pretty good. But still, it's pretty much universally accepted upon. It's the most, like, flexible mag there is. It's very good. So the regular chocolate mag is not really worth that much. You'd get this if you needed anything at all, if you're low level. But the lychee is just way better. And it's like dependent on you being level 114 or more for the bonuses. And this one, the chocolate mag is also 114 or less. If you're less, okay, less. I was about to say, hold up. Then we have 10 energy restorers. You have 5 LTD energy restorers. You have 300% drop boosts. These are very useful for farming chocolates, experience, Rio, etc. You have high potions, mega potions, soul eggs, prayer crystals, godlies and superbs. You have band-aids, A's and B's, divination items. There's a whole bunch here. This is looking more like a modern exchange shop than a chocolate shop, to be honest. You have durability to take at 50. I've never looked at the whole thing. I just looked at like lychee and left. You have repair fairy. You have weapon grade powder. You have an awakening scrap assist. How do you get that? 50 cocoa butters. Okay. I mean, it's assist scrap, right? Like, so if you have Satan or Lucifer, or even if, and actually the main draw of this is if you have like Aoi or Kiritan, this is another chance to get more scrolls of them, which are unavailable. Very good. Very good. I didn't even know that was there. That's really cool. So you have experience items. You have cloud fragments, nuggets. I could go for some nuggets. Bunch of stones. And the same stuff we just saw in the other exchange shops. Cerulean, Scarlet, Myrtle, Obsidian, Ivory, Gems. Hell's Bibles? Oh, God. How much is that? Oh, I'm getting them right now. I hate farming Hell's Bibles. Ugh. Just cries in Burgandia. Ugh. Shivering Wind. Is that the Glaciers farts? It's pretty good. Fallen Angel Wings, it's Satan. You probably farm Satan a shit ton. You probably have these, but I mean, if you need them, they're there. Horn Sculpture is very good to get. Yokai War Fan, very good to get. Heaven Under the Dregs, annoying drop, good to get. Scriptures. This is from Burger King, the Yokon dude, I'm pretty sure, the manuscript. A collection of rather difficult words lined up neatly in a page. Normally it is all folded up, but now we have it open and I can look at it. We can confirm that it is long and nonsensical sutra. Lightning Rod, an annoying drop needed for some stuff. It's not the end of the world, but it's useful. You can buy everything that costs sucrose in the shop in absolutely no time at all. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Oh, yeah. As long as you just play the event, you'll get everything in here. Like, whether something's worth it or not comes down to if you have storage for it. But if you were, like, late to the punch at some point and you're watching this video, like, what do I do? Well, you'll know what's really worth getting and what's not. Huge Gold Club, that's an annoying drop. I think you get it from the Dragon Dungeon, but, like, it used to be really, really annoying. But, yeah, still important. Udo Rosary, that's kind of mid. Bloody Face Guard, that's horrible. High Grade Total, that's really good. That's for a basic drop to put at the bottom of this list. That's a very good drop to get. High Grade Total is annoying, and it's needed for, like, Laser 1. And it's, like, so annoying. That's really good to have. Armor Territory, you can kill some Kappas. Tegami Sai, if you're stuck on that one quest in the Underground Caverns, or... I know you go to the Underground Caverns for it, but there's one quest where you need a Hiragami Sai, and I think it's like Kyoto. If you're stuck there, this is for you. Quiet Zeal, an annoying drop, pretty nice to get. Lifespan Candle, used for ornamentations, crosswise, I think, very good. Retrograde Elixir at the bottom of the list? That's so good! Iron Sand, I mean, okay, whatever. Yago Santiers, Cult of Ghouls, that's an interesting drop. That's a zombie crossing. But retrograde elixir at the bottom, they slipped that in there. That's nice. Iron Sand's useful for some stuff. I mean, Zombie Crossing again gets you that and Culticles. Yagusan Tears kind of whatever. But retrograde elixir just popping up here. That's really good. That's a purple Mephi drop. Very good to get. Very good to get. Very good. The fact that it has a scrap in it, 10 out of 10 exchange. The fact that it takes chocolate, 10 out of 10 exchange. All the drops in total, probably 8 out of 10 of them, 80% are worth it, but you should get them all anyway. Maybe not the Yagusan Tears. How much are they? That's outrageous. 20? Just go kill the Yagos. That's pretty good exchange shot. Pretty good. So, I know I actually had a bit of trouble finding the chocolate area when I first booted up the game yesterday. I didn't know where it was. So I went in this crystal, and I'm like, where is it? And then basically you go to this crystal here, the chocolate yokai habitat. And that's where it is. So we're going to check this out. We're not going to really fight anything because I don't want to crash, and this place is very crash heavy. That sound. Is that the Moonbow weapon sound effect? Because I've never heard that before. I've never been in a party with someone using it. I think that's like the Moonbow effect. That shing sound. What is that? Anyway, so there's a bunch of little Jarumas here. You can kill them. They have like 1 HP. Bam. Oh, shit, they don't. What? Jarumas have HP? I thought they were like easy peasy, like, farm. I thought you could just one-tap them. That's Punishment Cross's effect? Oh, I didn't know that. Then you have these guys here, which have a lot more HP. About 30 million, I think. Oh, I hear it. Yeah. Ching. I see it. And then you can take the crystal for this. You do have your party members here, like your basic ones, so refill your alcohol, buy items, repair your weapons, identify stuff, storage, etc. And you can go to this crystal here. From it, you can warp to 4 different locations. So the big white location, the big chocolate location, and then you have the Yosobashi area, which I think is back where the bridge is. And then you have the Sakurajima point, which is... Where is that? Sakurajima's up on the mountain. Yeah, this is what I call the bridge. Then you have Yosobashi, which is just over here on this line where all these dudes are. And over here there's a whole bunch of little Jarumas if people are killing all the other Jarumas. They're nice and concentrated here. You can go kill them all. And then down here, this is your big white chocolate area, if you've never done this before. So typically here, either a big Odin or a big Tiamat will pop up. They have a crap ton of HP. It's basically a raid boss, and you and hopefully some friends and strangers will fight it all together. Then the other big chocolate will spawn here. He's got considerably less HP, but they do have chances of dropping the Lychee mag and dropping like cocoa butter and stuff like that. So basically one of them could be worth 100 little guys. So it's very good. So I don't want to crash here. There's always stuff going on here. So we're gonna go back to Valentine's Grounds. So, and with the auto pickup, if you just join a party of people, like walk out there, join a party of 5, and you're all within the same area, you're all gonna get the same drops all the time. It makes farming it go really, really, really fast. You can AFK farm it if you want, or you can play it. It's up to you. So it's really up to you. So now we have to go. Can this take me to? It can't take me to the Rift. Okay. So now we're gonna go to Kyoto and we're gonna look at the new stuff. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining. It's great seeing you guys. Happy Saturday. Happy March. And do some of you guys have March break right now? Because that's starting, isn't it? I don't know if that's something in the U.S. If you guys have spring break. I know in Canada we have March break, which is basically kids don't have school for the first week of March. Anybody on March break right now? It's something kind of bygone to me. I kind of forget about it. But, you know, those were the good days. March break. That's starting for a lot of people. So we're going to go to the Rift, and we're going to go check out the Izuna event. I think someone asked me if I was going to get the ODP weapons. I think that's the punishment guy, the clock dude, Izo. I have no interest in them as they are now. I think the weapons are not good, personally. And fighting him's not worth it. The fact that the final form wants you to have all 4 of the same weapon is a huge, like, display of not knowing the basically the standard meta gameplay of this game, where it's like 3 weapons and a staff, or now it's like 2 weapons, a charge bow, and a staff. Like, using 4 of the same weapon is such a detriment to your build, and it's unrealistic. That the final form of the weapon demanding you have the only one with element on it, demanding you have 4 of the same weapon just to achieve its buff, is to me a big slap in the face, and I don't like those weapons. I know they have a lot of base attack, like even the Shinochi form or whatever, like the earlier forms, but that doesn't really entice me. I'm more interested in what weapons do, more so than just like, this is stat stick. So I have no idea where I'm going. I'm pretty sure I just gotta go up the mountain, if I remember correctly. You're hoping we get Okada Izo's weapons as weapon forms next time we get the Abe event? Like as skins? That'd be better. They'd be better off as skins, absolutely. Absolutely. Now, the thing about them being skins this early is that it would kind of be a slap in the face to the people that do